We're working and we're partying. We're hanging out and doing a party. Tiff, what's up? Crazy Mitski's here. Maniac Mem is here. What is good, you guys? How are we? Coley's here. Lil Pickles. Just a friendgy. Just a friendgy. Guys, what is going on today? Happy Wednesday. Well, hello to you. I'm happy to see you as well. Did I actually get a notification when a live starts? It's a small miracle. I don't know why. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Just one more chapter's in the house. All right, you guys. So we're going to be doing a couple things today. I already did shipping today because I had to do whatnot as well. So we shipped out regular items, and then we also shipped out our whatnot show items from yesterday. I do have a video that's going to be going up on what shipped out today that we sold online. So we had a couple like bangers, which is amazing. So that'll be going up later, either tonight or in the morning. And then today we are going to get through our thrift haul. So we went thrifting yesterday. We went to a little town I go to for my chiropractor, and they have like a nice little cute thrift store there. And at the thrift store, they have a dollar day thing. And so we went in for dollar days. So we scored a whole bunch of stuff, which is great. Hubs texted, just a second, guys. Okay. So our car is making a funny noise. Because why would that not happen right now? That's life. So Justin's getting a battery replaced right now at the auto mechanic, and hoping it's nothing that's more serious than that, because that would suck. So anyways, time to get listing. And so that's what we're up to today. He's out doing that, taking care of that. So we're going to get through this thrift haul. While I'm doing the thrift haul, I'm going to get everything up, and then we're going to get things steamed, and then we're going to get things photographed. So we'll probably be on here for at least an hour or more, hanging out and getting some work done. So if you guys are resellers, I encourage you to get work done as well, or just hang out, or maybe you're at work, another job, and you can't do that. Smart, Thrifty, and Chic over on the amazing YouTubies. Welcome in. Hi, happy Wednesday. Appreciate your energy and enthusiasm. You know what's crazy, too, is I've only had one cup of coffee today. I actually meant to warm myself some coffee up before I started this, but I forgot. So, Dizzy's here. Foxy's Vintage is in the house. Okay, so here we go, guys. This is the stuff from our thrift haul. So, we have shoes. We have stuff in the other room, but I'm just focusing on the clothing here. So, here's the deal. I picked up some stuff that I knew about, some stuff that I didn't. People were nice enough to do some comps for me because we had Justin's phone and we had my phone. His phone died, so we didn't have his phone to comp things. So we only had my phone to go live with. So I was kind of at the mercy of like what I thought, what I went with my gut, and then also what people said was good or bad in the chat. So we're gonna find out. Now, most of this was dollar day stuff. So if it's not a big seller, I paid $1 for it. Moving right along. God's in the house. Welcome in. Pokemon Clerk is here. Okay, so we're going to start with this one first. This is a Sandra Darren. Now, I am new to doing women's clothing, guys, so cut me a little slacky on the women's clothing thing. This was $1, and the reason I got this is just the aesthetic of this. It's so mod. It's got this crazy cowl neck, houndstooth. It just totally has that look, which is just really popular right now. That kind of like 90s-ish Cher from Clueless mixed with like, God, you know what it reminds me of? Almost like a Mary Tyler Moore, which is weird. But that's like, I know it's like so throwback right now. But this was $1. So we're going to get this hung up and get this photographed. I'll probably put this on one of these bigger hangers because I think it'll look nicer. Yeah, I really like these hangers too, by the way, you guys. So I use these for anything that I want, like the front to pop out a little bit. They have this really cool curve to it. So not only does it like hold the whole shoulder, but it also just bumps it out a little bit. Let me show you the difference. So here is this with this, right? So if you look from the side, it just bumps it out a little bit. It's just going to make it in the pictures look better. So just take a visual of that. And then if I put it on just like a regular hanger, it looks just kind of sad to me. I know, it's like a weird little difference, but it just looks like so sad to me on that. Now, I could put it on Trisha's big hanger that I love. However, I think it's going to make the shoulders look too big. And so you just got to go with the hanger that your gut tells you. And this is the one that I like. I really like these ones. I'm very happy with them. So there's that. I think it makes a difference anyways. Okay, so you got that for $1. I don't know what it's going to comp for, but not bad, right? Okay, next thing I got, this was new with tags. It says the original MSRP was $48. It's a brand called Very J. It was $1 because, again, any of the yellow tags were $1. So we're going to be clipping off tags and also going through this stuff. So where'd you get that hanger? Lulu, I ordered them from the Smile Amazon store. Wink, wink. You know what I'm talking about? The store with the smile. If you go, actually, I think... I may or may not. I think I have these pinned. Okay, so if you go over to my Tiki Taki here, or if you're on YT, they're there too. Go to the little link in my bio. If you go there, then when you scroll down, you'll see reseller supplies to get you started, and they're over there. I don't want to show it too long because then WN gets weird about that. But they're in there under reseller supplies to get you started. And they weren't very expensive. They come in a pack of like 1, 2, 3, 4. I think they come in a pack of 5. And that I've only bought one pack ever. So I've never needed any more than that. And I really, really like them. So it is linked. Okay, good. Crystal's here. Hey, Crystal. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I put them in there. I'm like, I'm so bad about that. Like, I remember to do it, and then other stuff I don't remember to do. So this was, like I said, this was $1. I got this because it's new with tags. And I got it because of the aesthetic of it. It has this ridiculously awesome, like, frayed hem bottom. And then it's also got, like, the fray hems here. This is, like, I can literally see Courtney Love in this with a baby doll dress in, like, 1991 or 92. Like, full-on baby doll dress, tall leggings with fishnets over them with a pair of mid-calf docks, halfway tied up, grungy hair, big pop mod glasses. Like, I can just see that. So that's a very, like, 90s look. Also very Drew Barrymore. Yeah, that's a good point, too. I'm eager to watch that Orpha show when it gets here. Yay! I'm interested to hear what it's like. I don't know. A lot of the stuff that I sold on WN last night was stuff that I didn't know exactly what it was. Like, there was that other anime. It was called, like, what was it? Papui or something like that. So there was that. There was some of y'all got some really interesting things. I'm interested to hear what's on them. Because, I just get stuff places I go when I'm out and about for my adventures. This next one was $1 too. And so when I run into stuff like that and it looks cool, I don't know. I have this, like, this is such a silly trait, but I mean, I guess it's good with this, but I have this, like, weird thing where anything that I can rescue from, like, going to a landfill or being, like, destroyed is, like, it's inside of me to just do that. I don't know. I just always have been like that. So I just love, like, reusing and redoing, and everything I buy is pretty much secondhand. This was my mom's handkerchief. Like, I try to get as many things and bring them back into the population as I can, because there's so many cool things, but people just don't know that they exist because there's so much stuff now. So I'm interested to hear what you guys think. So Nicole 13, welcome in. So we got this little Anne Klein dress for $1. Anne Klein has been one of those brands that it's like a plum with, like, the wrap around on the side there. Anne Klein's funny for me. I've had some Anne Klein stuff sell in, like, an hour, and I've had Anne Klein stuff sit in my closet for a year and a half. So it is obviously kind of a volatile brand. I don't know a whole lot about it, but for $1, you show me this. This also looks like a newer tag, so it's not going to be vintage, but it's got that, like, kind of older look to it to me, which is something I like. So all right, so we got that for $1. And then next thing we got, this is cool. So any of you guys that are, know anything about vintage clothing, so this is another thing we got for $1. Anyone that knows anything about vintage clothing has seen this brand before. So this is an older brand. This is not a super old shirt, I don't believe. But it is a older brand called Notations. They've been around. I mean, this has got to be like made in Indonesia. Yeah, this can't be that old. I'm curious. I'm going to Google image this. Whoa. Guys, I just got, these are my new Wayfarers. I have a new prescription in them. They're also progressives. And I'm undecided. I'm going to be honest. It's like, so I opted, and I hope I didn't make a mistake with this, but I opted to get the my reading prescriptions at the bottom, and then up at the top is like supposed to be my like kind of a little bit distance but not too distance prescription, which isn't much at all. In fact, it was so little that the lady asked me, she's like, do you want to have it or not have it? And I told her what I do for a living, and she's like, okay, well, it probably would be a good idea for you to get those in there. You just won't be able to drive with them. And I said, that's fine. I don't need the glasses for driving anyways. And so I don't want to say she talked me into it because it was our decision together. But like I was kind of relying on her, and I was like, okay, here's my thing though. I said, I spend a lot of time online, so I'm looking up, I'm looking down, I'm looking up, I'm looking down. I said, so if it's going to be weird or look strange to me to have a prescription up here when I'm just wearing them, then I'd rather the tops be nothing and the bottoms be the prescription. So the bottoms, the prescription's great. Like I can read all the little things. It's awesome. But when I look at you guys through the top here, everything feels insane. Now, I've been told progressives will make you feel weird when you first get progressive glasses. They're not like, hey Annie, they're not like the bifocals, because the bifocals have a very cut off line, and I didn't want that. I wanted it to be like transitional. It's a little easier on the eyes, and I didn't want to have a line across my glasses either. And so, the bottom's great. So when I look down and I read stuff, it looks great. But up here, oh, I don't know, you guys. I hope I didn't make a mistake and get the prescription up here. I'm almost thinking I maybe should have just gotten it blank up here. Just get the Meta G. I don't know what the Meta G is. These are the Meta Ray-Bans. I don't know what that means. But, so, I don't know. They told me to try them for a week. And I told the lady when I was there, I was like, I said, everything looks really crazy to me. And she's like, okay. She's like, well, that can happen. She said, try them for a week. And if after a week you still don't like them, come in. I'm like, I will. Because it's like, these are really expensive. The lenses were expensive. I had to wait like 3 weeks to get the lenses. And it was a whole situation. So, I'll keep you posted. I will keep you posted, you guys. Anyways, back to this. Whoo, this is so strange. So, Notations. There's that one. Let's see if these people are calling this vintage, probably. Yeah, no. Yeah. So this is going to be one of those brands that's been around for a really long time. But I think just based on the aesthetic, I mean, look at this thing. Can you even with that? I mean, it's so freaking like 90s fancy lady. I can't even handle it. So we are going to pop that one up. And this one was $1. I have a feeling I will probably get maybe like 25 bucks for this, somewhere in there. That, guys, when I do this too, it's always such a wild guess because I never really know until I actually go in and comp it, because none of this stuff has been comped, so I have no idea what this is going to be. All right, next thing we got here was a shirt that this was not on the sale, but I did get it for $5. This is an Emily McCarthy, and it is a really, really nice, like, box square linen shirt. It's like a pullover tunic. It is 100% cotton, but it's got that, like, linen feel to it, so it's nice and lightweight. It's breathable. And it's in, like, literally crazy crisp condition. So, gosh, I don't really have a metric on this one. I don't know. Let's comp this one and see. This is one of those ones where I feel like I paid $5 for it. So, I'm hoping to get, like, 25 would make me happy. But we're going to find out together. So, let's take a look here and see what we see and see if I can get anybody or get a comp on this. Oh my god, you guys. Ooh, getting used to these glasses is going to be a situation. I am not going to lie. Holy moly. Okay, and this was a Emily McCarthy. Emily McCarthy. Let's see if we got anything pulling up. Oh, wow. Whoa. Those are way more expensive than I thought. So this shirt, brand new, was $178. I had a feeling. I was feeling it, and I was like, God, this feels expensive. And then someone in the chat, it might have been Riz, was like, yeah, that's a good buy. So, yeah, so we're definitely going to we'll do okay on that for sure. Holy cow, I love that. Is that Febreze safe for wool? Yes, it is. I'm about to order my Meta glasses. Yay, Coley! So, you have choices when you go to order them, Coley. It's going to ask you if you want to do like the clear lenses with the blue or if you want to do sunglasses. I opted for the clear lenses, so that's not what these ones are. These are now prescriptions. But the reason I got the clear lenses, here is my thinking. If I don't like the prescriptions, I can wear them around the house or I can wear them to record, and I am not stuck with sunglasses all the time. And then from what I understand with the transitions, the transition time in between light and dark and going in and out of the rooms is kind of bananas and bonkers. And so I watched, oh my gosh, girl, I watched so many hours of videos on these things trying to decide which way to go. So I have the clear ones that go in here in case I need to replace these while I'm getting new ones ordered or whatever. So I would suggest doing that unless you think you're only going to wear them outside. And then of course you can do the sunglasses. I think it was less expensive to do the clear lenses too. You have to choose the lenses and the ones you want. Anyways, so that's what I learned on all of my hours and hours of that. Okay, next thing I got, this just feels so 1960s. It also feels so 1990s to me. I did pay $8 for this. You know me, guys, I like to go to garage sales and get stuff for $1. So if I buy something for $8, I have to know that I know that I'm going to do well with it. And I got a really good feeling about this one. So this is a brand called Wendy. It is made in England. It is, the tag feels fancy. It is a hand wash only. The whole thing just feels like crazy fancy to me. It's also made out of like a canvas-like material. Let's see, there's another tag down here. I think it's just one of those little hidden tags here. Let's see what we got here. Y2011316. So some sort of marker tag, but check this thing out, you guys. Can you even with this? Look at this freaking dress. Me in 1997, I want this dress so bad in 1997. This is like, oh my God. I can't even with this. It's so mod. It's so MCM. It's so 60s, but then it's also 90s, and then it's also current. Like, I got a really good feeling about this dress. Like, I have not comped it. You're welcome, Coley. Yeah, I would get the clear ones. And Coley, you can get the clear ones with the blue lenses too, so that you, so it's easier on your eyes for doing like phone and computer work too. So, just throwing that out there. Okay, we're going to hang this up, and I'm going to see if I can get a comp on this. I did not comp this at, the thrift store. Like I said, I didn't comp any of this. So, these are all surprises. Look at these buttons. Look at them. They have like different holes in them and all this craziness. I mean, I am obsessed with this dress. If I wore girly clothing at all, that's what I would wear. I'd wear that with a pair of Doc Martens and some fishnets in 2 seconds. I just loved it so much. Okay, so we're going to see if we can find this dress anywhere online. It may be harder to find just because it's an England brand, but so dress by Wendy. Let's see if we can find this. It's either going to be an actual brand that's out there, or this is going to be an aesthetic. This says vintage 60s, 70s designer Windy. There's one on sale for Etsy for 68. There's one on sale for Etsy, another one for Etsy for 68. Yeah, we're going to do good with that one. See, I knew it. I had a feeling. I had a feeling, guys. So this stuff right here, this look right now, if you guys are looking for a look that's popular, that you're going to see a lot this spring, it's going to be these tones. This like post emo tone color palette, which is what I always think of when I think of this. I always think of like, you know, the hipster indie folk music, Mumford and Sons era. I always think of that color for that. And then also this cut with the like baby doll. This look right here is definitely gonna be it this spring, along with a lot of you're gonna see a lot of browns and stuff as we go into summer for sure. So all right, so we got that. And then the next thing, okay, so going thrift store hunting with Justin was so fun because like he's learning aesthetics, you guys. He's learning all of this. He doesn't know it. Like the other day, he was helping me with the listing, and he put on this listing, he wrote skater, boho, western, streetwear, and then he also had loose and baggy on a pair of tight jeans, and I was like, oh, okay, we need to back that up just a little bit. So it's been really fun watching him learn, and it's been really fun seeing what someone that hasn't done this for a while can see, because you know it's hard for you to go back and look at yourself, but watching somebody else is really fun. So I saw this and I like literally flipped because I know what this is. I can't believe I got the set for $1. So this is an old brand. Some of you guys might remember this. It was a brand called Fast 50/50. It is a brand from the late 80s, early 90s, and they were like God, every mom wore these. A lot of moms wore these. They'd have like seashells or puff paint. It's got the shoulder pads, and you'd have the matching shirt, but you'd also have the pants. The like really weirdly shaped kind of loose and baggy. I don't know if anybody remembers this era, but I do so clearly. I can see my mom wearing this, and it is made in the USA, so that's fantastic. And a little shirt and pants set. Like I said, I am like freaking out excited about this because I know that anyone that's looking for that like loose and baggy like 90s mom granny core matching set look, this is like as quintessential as you possibly can. You should style it then sell the look, says Flory. Girl, I wouldn't even know how to like do all that. Like this is fancy for me. Putting a little bandana in the hair. I wear band t-shirts and boys shorts, literally. When I try to put that kind of stuff on, I just feel so outrageously not like me. Like it does not feel like me at all. So with this, we're going to do that. And then you know what we're going to use actually is our little hanger buddies. Have you guys gotten these? Who hasn't gotten these yet? These little guys that help you to like do bundles. So I got these off of the Smile Maison store, and you just put it over the hanger, and then you can hang multiple things up. This is what I use them for too. So I'll use them so that I can like photograph like a pants and shirt set without having to like put it on the hanger and have it look, you know, where you can see the hanger. So I'll put it down lower so I can photograph stuff. They're super inexpensive. I got this entire bundle for like $5. And I have a whole bunch in here. I've got extras. I may even, like when I'm doing like one of my WN shows, I may even just give some of these out. If you're like a reseller and they're like, I've got a hat show coming up. Oh, you know what? I have a music tease, another music tease WN I'm going to do. Maybe I'll give some out or something to people. So you don't have to buy like the whole kit. Okay, next up. I remember those white Texas, Jean. God, you got some? Yeah, I love them. They're fantastic. Okay, so next thing I got, this is another thing for $1. This is not a name brand, but just based on the aesthetic of this, it's absolutely so freaking rad. It's got the like wool front here with the poof wool sleeves, like total like half and half color block. It's just so sick. Absolutely so freaking sick. So Justin says when he sees this, he goes like, what is that? And I was like, oh, we're going to sell it. It's on the aesthetic. I said, it's got that kind of like bowling alley mixed with like a 60s twist, mixed with, what else did I say? Like, like Reality Bites. And I was like naming these things off. He goes, huh? He goes, it looks like half a shirt to me. And I was like, dude. Because it is, but it's supposed to look like that. He goes, why is it so short? This is a man you can tell that is married to someone that just wears like band t-shirts because he's like, why is it so short? 1993, absolutely. Looks like Elaine's shirt from Seinfeld. Yes, it does. Absolutely. 100% Flory. That is such a good call. It reminds me of like, do you guys remember the movie Empire Records? It also reminds me of Empire Records. I don't know if anybody remembers that. It is such a great movie. If you have not had an opportunity to see that movie, I highly recommend it. It's such a like quintessential movie for the era. If you want to see like what's popular for clothing, all you gotta do is watch that movie. Okay, next thing we got it for $1. And it is a little J. Crew little halter blouse. I don't even know. What do you call this, guys? Like it's a little like sleeveless blouse. Is there like a special name for these? I don't even know. See, that's how much I know about women's clothes. All I know is J. Crew can be pretty good, and J. Crew for $1 is like kind of silly. So I'm assuming that these little things here tie, and I'm guessing that it's supposed to go, is this supposed to go in a bow? Does this go in a bow? What does this go in? Now I feel like Justin trying to figure this out. Like I'm assuming this is like a bow. Do you put a bow here? Is that how it goes? Does it go like that? I mean, that's gotta look terrible for photographs. That can't look good. It's Rex Manning Day. Oh, Gene. Gene with the Empire Records reference. That's incredible. Yes, it is. That would be great. Yes, Hunter, exactly. This is like perfect under a suit. I'm going to have to look and see how people photograph these, though, for photographs. Because it didn't look very good with a bow. Like, but I think just leaving it down like that, I mean, we don't want to look like a hussy. So, Katie, what is up? Okay, we're gonna comp this one because I am curious on this, just to see. So it's a little J. Crew, and it looks like maybe 15 to 20 bucks. So not bad for $1. You know, I don't like to sell things that are under 20 bucks. I don't like to. I mean, I do, but I like to hit that 20. 20 is good. 20 is me getting my time in. 20 is getting my money back and all that. I mean, it's $1, so even if we sell it for 15 or 16, it's not so much that it's not making a great profit. It's like the time it takes to photograph and all that. 20 is kind of that sweet spot, but I will take 15 to 20 for that. That's going to be pretty easy to categorize, or pretty easy. I'll just do it a loose tie, not a bow. Okay, so just like maybe Hunter, kind of like this maybe. Like, let me put this here. Here, I'm going to move this up. There we go. Look at that. So just kind of like, maybe like this, and then just kind of bring it down like that. You can't see the buttons in. Like this. Oh my God. Who said I should style women's clothes? See, this is why I don't do it. Are you supposed to tie it up there? I don't know. Is it supposed to go the side? I feel the same because eBay's fees are so high with promotion. Katie, I agree. And that's where I am. Is like, you know, I'm paying to promote. I do 9% over there. Plus I'm running a sale. Plus I do offers. So it's like by the time you do all of that, it's like, getting under that 20 is getting me not an hourly wage I like. So that's why I like to stay in that 20. I leave a half knot tie at the neck. So like here, like in a bow, or like tie it in what? Either way, when wearing it, it does hide the buttons a bit. Yeah, okay, because I want the buttons to show. Otherwise, people are going to think that it doesn't have buttons. I think the bow, oh, you think the bow looks pretty? I think it looks silly and gets in the way as a bow. All right, let's try it both ways. So if I tie it in a bow, oh, if you tie it in a knot, if you tie it in a bow, if you throw it over your shoulders like a continental soldier. I don't know, they look sad to me. Maybe when I photograph it, This is so ridiculous for me. All right, moving on. This is so ridiculous for me to not know how to do that. But like I said, so this is a pair of pants that I have been waiting for them to go on dollar. I knew they were not going to ever get sold at this thrift store. They wanted $7 for them, but I waited it out. I waited until it was dollar days, and I knew that these would go on sale. So this look was so outrageously popular between the years of 2013 and 2017 at the latest. It had a short run, but all of the jeans were like this. And maybe you guys will remember this. Hunter, I know you saw me with these at the thrift store. So I'll show you these, and then I'm going to show you what it was about them. So this look right here with this crazy ribbed kind of right around the kneecaps look was so big. Phoebes, thank you for the dinosaur. It was so crazy big. It was like all the jeans that you could find, and these are like an acid wash look too. All the jeans that you could find between like 2015 to 17 at the latest, like a year and a half maybe, were like this. They started in 2013 and then they picked up speed. You really started seeing them like in Ross and H&M. These were Forever 21. You started really seeing them. The fad was crazy. Everyone went nuts for them, and then it just like poof, and they disappeared. So it's been long enough now that if I put them up, people will have that nostalgia feel for them, or they'll see them like, oh my God, I love those jeans back in the day. So they also have what I predict is going to be one of the next kind of eras of clothing to really hit super strong, which is, we're in the grunge era situation right now. That is going to migrate, I have a feeling, at some point, and it's going to migrate into like an emo situation, and it's going to be all about the skinny jeans and the handkerchief in the back pocket and the high top cons and the really super tight shirts and the shaggy dyed hair. That era will come around again, and the reason being is because it has now been, around 15 years since that was at the height of that look. The emo era kind of started, it depends on what part of the country you're in, but it really started around like 2005-ish is kind of when you really started seeing it. And then it just streamlined, and it was even a little bit before that, but again, it depends on where you're at in the country. It really streamlined and hit its peak, around that like 2010 kind of era, and then it just kind of went and kind of went out, and people got really more into like electronica, dubstep, stuff like that. But there's going to be another resurgence of that, because fashion always comes in 10s, 15s, and 20s. So you'll see things cycle through. So it's like if you kind of want to know what is going to be the next trend, all you got to do is be looking in those increments. And we're about to hit that 15-year, which is insane. You start looking at a lot of the people who have little kids again, or have little kids now, that are in that generation that, they were there for Taking Back Sunday when they did their first album. They were there for, My Chemical Romance and Good Charlotte and all that. They lived that era. And so now those people are having little kids. They get that nostalgia feeling. They want to dress like that era again. So they start buying those clothes again. And then you also have people that are seeing that in the, oh my gosh, did you see what my uncle used to wear? Well, that's so cool. And so now the younger generation will wear it. And that's kind of what happens with fashion. That's an 80s style wear at work. Yeah. With the bow. Is that what it is? I'm feeling old now. Phoebes, I know, right? So old. I had similar ones in back, but no cargo pockets. I know. Isn't it crazy? Guys, it happens. Time keeps on ticking into the future. I was just talking to my chiropractor about that yesterday. I was saying, it's so weird because she's got a kid that is in his first year of college now, and we were just talking about like how fast it goes. And, you know, when you're in high school and you're living your life and it seems like the year takes forever. I mean, you look at your 9th grade or 10th grade year or whatever, and it seemed like that year was like so long and you have so many memories. You can remember every season. You can remember everything you did, all of that. And then like the older you get, the faster time goes. And we were talking about how it's like the middle of March already. Like, wait a second. I think I just took my Christmas tree down. Like, didn't that happen? Like, guys, it just gets worse the older you get. The weirder it is. The weirder it is. So I'm not sure what we'll get for those. You know, a lot of the stuff that I wind up putting up is stuff that is like just starting to get popular. So sometimes it takes a minute for some of the stuff that I put up to get traction. You know, just because I got my nose on the fashion. I mean, that's what I do. I watch videos of things that are coming in. So wait till you retire, says Phoebes. Oh my gosh. At this rate, I ain't retiring anytime soon. Oh my Lord. Justin's at the auto mechanic right now. All right. Next thing I got as another aesthetic buy. So this is, I got this for $1. And I just got to get the little tabby things out. Give me just a second, guys. I love and hate the way that they do things at the thrift stores because sometimes they put the tabs in the weirdest places. Okay, so this is what appears to be like a table runner of some sorts. However, I think it could be used for so many other things. I think you could use it on the back of a couch. I think you could use it on a chair, kind of like that situation. I think you could use this for so many different things, but the reason I got it is because this pattern is so beautiful. I mean, not only does it represent, you know, awesome Native American culture, but it's so bright, it's so colorful, you know, it's just really, in my opinion, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's got this really, really pretty, quilted back. And you can tell this is handmade. This is something that was handmade with love. So I might actually end up, just because I don't know if it's going to come through in photos, or at least not with the setup I have of what I want this to look like. So I may actually run this in one of the WN shows, and just see it. It's one of those things like I got it for $1, right? Like I just can't leave stuff like this that I think is so beautiful like that because not a lot of people are going to buy it because it's not name brand in a store, right? So people are going to a thrift store, they want to get bargains and deals, but they're looking for name brand stuff, and they're not looking at the fact that this is like handmade with love, that this is like someone took the time and picked this pattern out, and it's just special to me. And I know there's other people that feel that same way out there. So I think I might run this on a WN, and just in hopes that someone that would appreciate this would get it. I think it's beautiful. I think it would absolutely sell online, and maybe it would sell online for a good amount. But I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to set it to the side because I'm thinking I might do that. So that's everything in our first bag there. I watched you pick that. I know, it is such a great print. You guys watch it? Oh, Crystal, she loves it. Yeah, I think I am. I think I will, guys. I think I'm going to run that in a WN just because I don't know. I want someone to get it that's going to really appreciate it and knows that it's like a handmade kind of like, it's a handmade rescue. I love those. They're my favorite. So I could never make something like that. I am not crafty like that. Okay, next thing we got, I paid $2 for this. And the reason I got this is because the graphics are like so stupid and ridiculous. So this is a gigantically hot yellow, bright as can be. It says Easy Riders on the front, and then look at the back. I will cover that so that WN doesn't get angry. But it's so ridiculous. Like, you cannot even with this. So this is going to get put up, and I have a feeling it's probably going to sell on Depop. So Crystal says we're both into homemade, unique pieces. Me too. Me too. Absolutely. Smart and Thrifty, you still over there on the old YT? I appreciate you guys putting time in over there. God, I appreciate... Dude, God has been putting me on a playlist over there and helping me with my hours. It's so many hours. I just need like, oh my gosh. Okay. So my son, I was talking to him last night. He worked at Domino's for many, many years. he started out as a sign waiver and then graduated into just a worker and then graduated into like more of like a overseer, manager, and then he graduated into going in and actually helping Domino's that were failing. He would, restructure it, rehire, kind of like turn it around. So he's not doing that anymore because he just got so burnt out on it. But he had taken his camera in and he had filmed himself doing this like point of view making pizzas at Domino's during a busy rush hour. Well, I'm stoked for him because the video has gotten like 620,000 views or something amazing. It's an older video, but it just keeps cycling through and getting views. So I'm talking to him last night, and he doesn't know I've been trying to get monetized or anything like that. But we were chatting. I mean, maybe he does, but he wasn't thinking about it or anything. And I was like, I'm, doing my YouTube videos and this and that. And he's like, you're doing great, Mom. Keep it up. And he's like, yeah, I just got a notification from YouTube yesterday that I needed to like reapply for my monetization. He's like, it's kind of a pain. I put in to get monetized. He's like, it took like an hour or something to get approved, but it's back up and everything's monetized again. And I'm just like, oh my God. And I want to be happy for my kids, so I'm happy on the phone. And I'm just like, oh my God, baby, that's so amazing. Congratulations. That's awesome. I'm so proud of you. He's like, don't worry, you'll get there too. And I'm like, in my back of my head, I'm like, I know I will. But it's like, I literally have put so many videos out. He's got one video that goes viral. He's not even doing pizza anymore. So it's fine. It's all good. I'm happy he got it. But there's that part of you that's just like, gosh dang it. I'm trying so hard. Marie, good to see you. It's like 100 hours a pop. Oh my God. I know. I think like the 700 new hours I have or whatever, I think are yours. It's incredible. Marie, I'm happy to see you. What's up, users? All right. So we're going to do this one on our big hanger. One, it's going to show the size. And then two, it's really going to expand that graphic because this will be my opening photo for Depop. Anytime that anything has like a big hit like that, I always do that. Marie, I need so many. So you need 3,000 hours. You need 3,000 in order to be able to like link things, which that's not really my thing because I don't make anything. I'm not trying to like link stuff really. But you need 4,000 hours in order to be able to put like the little, 5-second ads or whatever. Even if people click off of it, you still get, it's like the little here, little there. And so I put out like, I think I'm at like, I don't even know, a ridiculous amount of videos. And they're getting there. It's getting there. It's just that so many people watch over on TT, on the Tiki Talkies, which is good. And I'm not telling you guys not to. I'm just saying that it's like, it doesn't count over here. It only counts over on the YT. So we'll get there, folks. One step at a time. Coley jumped over to YT. Oh my gosh. Dizzy says I may get dizzy for real. Oh my goodness, you guys. Yeah. Hey, if you're over on YT, you get to see much more of the room. Anyways, that's so side note. We're moving right along. Okay, so next thing we got is So Career Woman. And I had to give Justin an apology in the car. I don't know if you guys saw it because he goes, I said, oh, it cracks me up when we had that business shirt and you said that it was Gorpcore, and he goes, no, I said it was Corpcore. And I was like, oh my God, it is Corpcore. And I was like, I totally owe you an apology. He's like, oh my God, I got an apology about something. I'm like, you did. You get one. And so we got this for $1. This is a vintage Talbot's. I don't buy Talbot's Petite unless it is vintage. Otherwise, it is not going to sell. But for $1, this is like such a disgustingly 1990s style button up. I mean, if that doesn't scream career woman, I don't know what does. So, super awesome shirt. Crystal jumped over to YT. Oh my God. Shasha. Thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you. It's like we're trying, you guys, to do so many streams of income this year. We just had to like once a week, Justin and I get together and we do like a we kind of look at the business, right? We're like, okay, how can we maximize time more? How is the income coming in? What do we need to do more of? What do we got to do here? What do we got to do there? And my goal with this whole entrepreneur thing is to have like the 8 streams of income that you're advised to do. So you got like, you got your reselling income, and you got your videos income, and you got your whatnot income. You got all that. So I'm trying to like stack 8. Seems like a lot. I don't know how people get 8. How is that a rule? How do people do that? Oh my God, you guys, thank you so much. Aww. Now you're going to make my heart feel all warm. Marie, are you over there too, you guys? Seriously? I really... you're going to make me feel all mushy. You're going to make me feel all mushy, you guys. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so the live minutes count. So all live minutes and all rewatches, anything counts. So what God's been doing is God's been putting my playlist on one of the computers in the house. Not one that they're watching or anything, just one that's on and it's muted. But it just racks up the hours. And it's like, because it's really the only way to get the hours is like authentic hours you're getting. Or it's to have one video that just goes like absolutely bananas. And I don't have that. Like, I don't know. I don't want to just do weird stuff just to do weird stuff. I want to like build a following, and I want to do it authentically, which I know seems like ancient and old school, but that's just who I am. I am ancient and old school. So we are going to try something on this here. So this cuff has the tiniest little spot on the cuff here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little paper towel. You guys, I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Crystal. Oh my gosh, you guys, seriously. God's like, I've been telling everybody to do this for months. Sweet Briar's here! God says I'm going to use the PC in the living room too. Oh, you guys, thank you. I mean, this is it. This is the full-time gig now. I'm like sweating right now. Justin's at the auto mechanic. Woo! Please, dear baby Jesus, in your tiny little tuxedo, let whatever's going on with the car be something super simple and easy to fix, right? We're going to put that out to the universe all together now. Simple and easy fix on the car. I mean, we're still paying off and dealing with the $6,500 plumbing bill. So what I'm going to do here is just take my little bleach pen, and I put my a little paper towel in here, and we're just going to see if we can get this out with our little Tide to Go pen and see if that'll work. The key with this is when you do it, make sure you put a paper towel behind it. And then also you want it to run down. So you don't want it to get on the other parts of the shirt if you can avoid that. And hopefully that'll come out like that. If not, I can take a little Q-tip and try to do it with a little bit of bleach. I'm going to tell you the truth, guys, though. I always think of time as money. Like, I want to put a bleach thing on it and just like spot treatment. I don't want to have to do a bunch of fancy stuff. It's not a $100 shirt or something. I did take the posters out of the box. I didn't unwrap them. God, did you like the extra? You got some foam in there. Whoever got games from us yesterday also got packing supplies in there. This was the first WN shipping that we did today where I didn't want to pull my hair out. I think we're finally starting to get it. The shipping over there, guys, is bonkers. Thank you, Sweet Briar, for the chilies. The shipping over there is so... Anyone that tells you it's not confusing is like a super genius that has figured out life and everything in between, because it is wild over there. How they do their shipping, it seems easy. Things are bundled. You're trying to not eat it, but then you're also trying to help your customers out. So there is this really fine line. We had one show where we got destroyed on the shipping. So we had to like learn our lesson really, really quickly. And it also depends on what you sell. So, like, it's hard to get advice from other people because everyone sells kind of different things. So, it's interesting. Oh, my goodness. Good to know. I'll start leaving on the background. Yes, shop. And that doesn't go for just me with monetization. Other people, too. I know there's other resellers out there trying to get monetized. If you guys can just put stuff on in the background and play it, it really does help them, too. So, yeah, just one more chapter says it is so confusing. It is really confusing. You got the pizza sticker. God, did you get that? I thought you would like that one. I was wishing I had like a Celtics or a basketball one to give to you, but... Oh, Gene, I gave my chiropractor his Ricky Bobby poster today. He was thrilled. Oh, my God. That Talladega Nights is in good condition, too, wasn't it? It's all good. Oh my goodness, it's so good. I love it. My triangular paradise of posters arrived Mondays in safe condition. Good. We wanted to make sure everyone's posters got there safe. I didn't want anything to get bent. So PM, look, good to see you. Okay, moving on along. Charity's getting distracted per usual. All right, next thing we got. This is another little item. We got it for $1. And I got this. Now, I'm not familiar with this brand. I don't know anything about it, so we're going to look it up together. This is called 42 Pops. 42 Pops. And then there's what looks like probably poppies right here, maybe. So Pops is probably poppies. But I got this because this is so Easter. It's got that sheer 90s look, but then it also has the baby doll 60s. It's got the mod look. And then this is also a great item for the login look. So login look, in case you don't know what that is, it's like a layered look. So if you had a pair of kind of loose pants that maybe didn't go all the way to the ground, kind of high water style, with a large, long cotton tunic over it, with a little vesty sweater or something like this, maybe a little scarf, wide brimmed hat. Think of heritage mixed with boho hippie, throw in a little cabin core, and that's when you've got a login look. Jean says I wore that in 97. Exactly. We are all seeing what we wore. Oh man. Do you guys ever watch those videos that people put out? Of course, it's in my algorithms now, so as I see them all the time. Two things are my algorithms. People that take old clothing from thrift stores and make really beautiful pieces. I came across this genius guy that makes hoodies and stuff out of old fabric and old stuff from the store. I messaged him and said, hey, I've got a bunch of my baby blankets, Isaiah's baby blankets, a bunch of stuff. I'd love to kind of cut them up and turn them into hoodies or something. And he's like, oh wow. He's like, I've never done a personal order. And I'm like, well, I said, I'm just going to keep watching your journey. And if you ever decide you want to do that, message me, because I'd love to be able to do something like that. That would be such an amazing gift, I think, to be able to give my son. Like all of our stuff kind of combined. I don't know. I think it would be sweet. Size on this one. This is a medium. And I would say that this is, so I wear a women's, well, I'm smaller than I was, but I probably wear a women's medium. And I would say women's medium to large. And I would say this would fit me. So I can measure it too if you want. Hey, if you guys ever see any of this stuff that you like on here, before I list it, message me, because I am willing to give you a great deal. A, it goes to someone in the community, but B, it also, there's no fees or anything like that. I'm not trying to sell anything TikTok, I promise. So the length on this is going to be 31 for our length, and our chest is going to be 19 across, 38 around. So just in case you're interested in that one, this is really beautiful. This is that exactly pink peach 90s color. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to look this up. I know it is really cute. It is a cute one. I love finding this stuff and then finding people that can wear it, though, because, I can't pull this off. I could wear it. I just wouldn't feel like Charity in it. You know what I mean? So this is called 42 Pops. P-O-P-S. 42 Pops. 42 Pops. There we go. Tunic Mama. Yeah, so I think we'll probably get, if I sell it online, we'll probably get it for around maybe 20, right in there probably. And, of course, if I sell it off app, it would be a lot less than that. But, I got it for $1, so I'm happy with whatever. It's just so pretty. Look at that swing. Ooh, it's gorgeous. Anyways, moving on. If anybody wants any of that, you guys just message me. Oh, Cruisin' Nana's here. Thanks, Emmeline. I appreciate it. Spencer, you could totally pull it off. What are you talking about? I feel so awkward in women's clothing like that. It just feels awkward to me. I don't know how to describe it. It's not even how I look at it. Because I can wear dresses. I've gone fancy. I used to do pinup catalogs. I've worn it all. But for me and who I am and how I move, I just always feel like I'm like this. It's all constrictive. God says me too. All right, next up here this is the item that I am in love with, and I am going to sell it only because it's a skirt. If this was shorts, this would not be leaving my house. It is the freaking cutest, most amazing denim jumper. And it is that pink and blue color. Do you guys remember this look from like the 80s? Late 80s, early 90s. I ridiculously love this thing. I saw this from across the room. I spent 10 on it. I never spend 10 on anything. But I saw it and I was like, there is no way we're not getting this. It's a We the Free. And I paid 10 for it. But I just have a feeling we're going to do well with this one. I got a feeling on this one. So it's got that cute little bit of distressing. I mean, look what the triangle right there. Can you even? Can I just say I hate 5 p.m. traffic? Oh man, I do not miss that cruising, Nana. You got a black one in 91. That's what I'm talking about. Spencer, you and I do have, I love pinup style too. You and I do have an overall addiction. Did you see the new release that they just released? The new Duluth ones? Girl, if I had the money to burn right now, I'd get them in a heartbeat. It's for the spring collection. They have white suspenders. So the suspenders up here are white. Okay, I just have to show you guys these. They are so stinking cute. You have to see these. Okay, so Duluth Trading women's spring overalls. I get emails from them because they like to tempt me. Look at these. They're the new women's heirlooms. They are so outrageously cute. Ah! Can you even? I cannot even with what these look like. Look at those things. With the white on the top for the suspenders. Look at the pattern. Ah! It's so cottage. It's so flower. It's so sweet core. I love them so much. But they are very expensive. They are $67. Which for me is like so expensive. I love them. I know. I need them to make a Western princess. So yeah, the garden packets. Oh, it's so cute. It's giving my so-called life. Yes. I'm gonna kick up my feet, stay at home, stare at my Claire Danes poster. Paired with white Keds and a white fold-over ankle socks. Marie in the house. I read Kids and I knew you said Keds before I even saw that you changed that. I always get them on sale on cheap. Spencer, I am the same way. I'm like, keep going down. Keep going down with that price. You just keep knocking that price down. So We the Free, let's go ahead and just get a quick comp on this and see. Because I didn't get to comp any of this stuff, you guys. So I don't really know. I know I paid $10 for it, but I had a feeling. We the free. I think even if it's not a super expensive anything, I think the aesthetic will sell these. So ASOS has a pair kind of like these for $122. Curtsy, someone's selling the not pink version for $60 on Curtsy. And these are like a crazy pink tone, which is like, you will not see these. $98 sold out at Pacific. Yeah, so I think we'll do good. I think we're going to do good with this one. And it's in such a great, it's just a great size. So stoked on that. Very, very, very stoked on that one for sure. Lynn, what is good? All right, next thing we got is, I don't pick up a ton of Torrid. I really only pick it up if it's like an unusual piece or, if it's like leather or it's got like rhinestones and a cowboy, maybe it's got a kick flare, or it's like a really nice blazer, but it has to have a little, like Torrid clothes have to have a little pizzazz for me to want to pick them up. I used to just pick up the shorts, I'd pick up the pants, I'd pick it all up, and it sells. It's not that it doesn't sell, but it usually will only sell for anywhere between like $10 to $15, and I'm really trying to get away from those like $10 to $15 sales, because like we were talking about before, by the time you pay the promotion fee, and you pay the other fee, and then you you take a deal and you do all of that, it goes down so much that it's not that you're not making a good percentage wise. So buy it at $1, sell it at 15. Wow, you're like, that's a 1,500% markup. The problem is the time it takes to get the item, travel to get the item, bring it home, hang it up, take pictures, inventory it, put up the listing, and do all of that. I think of everything I'm doing now as like an hourly wage versus when I first started doing reselling. I think over the last like 6 months, I've really just kind of, I don't know if it's progressed or changed or what, but my mindset has shifted a little bit to, it's not just about how much percentage wise I can get on something, but it's about the time it's taking me to get that up. Like personally, I don't want to make any less than like $25 an hour. That's kind of like, I need to make $25 an hour. That's what I need to make. And so for me, an item takes around an hour to do when you think about it, because you got to travel to get the item, you got to stop to get gas, you're paying bills for the insurance on your car, you got to pick a road snack up, you forget your water at home, you've done the thrift trip, you've come home, maybe you had to spot trail the item a little bit, then you had to hang it up, take photographs, do the measurements, do the listing, put it in the inventory room. Then you also have to take in consideration how long it's sitting in the inventory room. And then on top of that, the PS load resistance, you're also shipping the item. So the item time it takes to do that and send the message of thank you, put the card in, all of that, it takes time. So for me, I'm constantly thinking in that kind of perspective now, versus I think where I used to be, which was just, oh wow, I can make $15 on that off $1. Well, yeah, I can. And I think at the beginning of your journey, that's really important, especially when you're trying to get reviews, you're trying to get customers, you're trying to get eyes on your store, you're trying to get sales, because people need to see reviews. People need to see that you sold stuff. People need to know you've got clout. It's for the same reason that you see a lot of sellers, even myself, we're starting over on WN, we're starting everything out at $1. A lot of the time, you take a hit on stuff. I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't make a whole lot more on those games than I made when I originally bought them. But that helps you to build the community, helps you to build reviews, helps you to kind of grow that business. And so once you get to that point though, like I have enough eBay reviews, I've got enough Depop reviews, I have enough of that stuff that I feel like now I can kind of take a next step. Does that make any sense to anybody? I don't know if anybody else feels that or gets that or understands that. But Ribbit82, your name makes me happy. I was just joking with Justin, had a memory about my mom. It's always fun when I have like a little memory about her that I've forgotten. And when, oh my gosh, how does this button unzip? This has got like all sorts of crazy stuff to it. So when my mom, the last couple years we took care of her, she had a whole bunch of strokes. And so she lost her ability to really talk like she used to, and she couldn't sing anymore. She lost her mind, couldn't understand how to sing anymore. And so there's just a lot of little things. My mom was a beautiful singer too. So it's like a lot of things that we kind of missed. And one of the things I'd forgotten, because this is, she had her first stroke, like it's been over 10 years now. So it's like, you just forget things over time. And one of the things that she used to do, and some of you guys find this so disgusting, but it cracks me up and I love it, is whenever she would burp, she'd go, ribbit. And so we were watching something and it was on TV and someone said ribbit and I was like, oh my God, my mom used to say that. And it just like cracked me up. So sing your name again. I did not think you're a burp. I'm just saying it like, I don't know. It just makes me heart happy. So she is a silly lady. Oh, Cruisin' Nana says that she gets it. Cruisin' Nana gets it. 580 Fine says is exactly how I think I'm doing this at the very moment. Perfect. Trying to build on my whatnot. 580, you and I together, girl. Renee says I resonate with that. Cruisin', yes. I need tips on this shipping stuff. Cruisin' Nana, tell me about it. On WN or just in general? So that's a nice little tour. It's something kind of interesting. I have a new fabric shaver that I think is actually sitting in my mailbox down the street right now, and I think I may try it on this. My fabric shaver that I always use, which I love, it's been a workhorse. This thing has literally like fabric shaved so much, it's got dents in it now. This whole top part is dented in, so I have to like extra push when I go to do it. And the blade in it is dull. So I was like, I could either go with the same one, or I love rechargeable stuff because I'm cheap and I don't want to buy batteries. So I bought a rechargeable one off of the TT shop. So I'm going to see, I'll let you guys know what I think. I'll probably do a video or something on it and we'll see if it's any good. If not, I won't tell you to get it. But I just thought, man, I just don't want to use batteries anymore. On WN says, Nana, you do not want my shipping advice. Girl, this last shipping one that we just did today is the first time I haven't been destroyed on shipping. And I got Justin in charge of it now. And I mean, you know who's really good about shipping and understanding it is the Pickle Man. You got to talk to Hustle. Like, that guy understands it. For some reason, he gets it way better than I get it. It's, I don't know what my issue is, but like my brain wrapping around it over there is like, especially with how they bundle everything and stuff. It gets crazy. So I got the best review on eBay recently. They said, buy with confidence. It actually made me teary. Oh, Marie, I love that. Those are some of my favorites. When I've sold plush. And you get someone that's like, oh my gosh, my son lost this duck on vacation and he's been so sad and I got it in the mail and I opened it up and he immediately went over and grabbed it and snuggled on the couch. Like, oh, that's like in the heartstrings. I love that so much. Okay, next thing we got, this is like a little Baja pull over. These were obviously super popular in the 90s. You guys all remember these. I find these a lot, but I don't usually find them for the price that I want. So this one is an actual made in Mexico, so it's not just like a cheapy. There's like a cheapy knockoff version of these that's like, when you feel it, they just feel like, fast fashion. I don't know how else to explain it, but this one is really, really nice. It's got the nice soft inside too, because some of these you'll find are really super scratchy, and you really want to go for the ones that inside have almost like a sweatshirt feel to them. Otherwise they're just so scratchy that I feel like I'm going to get something back from a customer that's like, these are so scratchy. So I picked this one up. This was $1. So can't go wrong with that. That is for sure. This is so skater, like I can't even stand it. This is like so Fast Times at Ridgemont High and all of that good stuff. So I don't know what we'll get on that one. I'll have to do some comps and see. I don't have any metric on that whatsoever. Okay, next thing we've got is another Anne Klein piece. And this I got for $1, so can't go wrong with that. We like $1. Here we go. So it's a little tunicky blast, little polka dot, cute, sweet little, perfect for this time of year as the weather starts to warm up. I know a lot of you guys are still in cold weather, but I mean, it's like 80 here today. Spencer, is it warm where you're at? Because where are you at in Texas? Aren't you north? You're north of me, aren't you? Are you up by like Dallas? Oh, what did we just sell? We just sold a pair of Ariat jeans. This just goes to show that Ariats sell no matter what. I have these Ariats that have been selling, and they have like gigantic holes in the gusset, like just huge holes, and they're just still selling. It blows my mind. Blows my mind. Oh, let's get I don't even need to comp that. That's probably like $25 or something, I guess. Spencer's in the Houston area. Okay. I couldn't remember if she was more north or south of me. So she's more south of me. Riz in the house. Riz, I've got your those books too. You just got to message me and we'll figure it out. And you can just Venmo me or whatever for those. All right, next thing we've got is this. This is one of those weird things that I wasn't really sure if I should pick up, but for $1 I picked it up. It reminds me of either two different aesthetics. Here, let me get this buttoned up really quick here. So I think this is supposed to be like it might be like a workwear shirt. Like I think it's supposed to be like for like, I don't know, like housekeeper or something like that. Or someone that works like at a hotel in the kitchen or something. But it's long. So it's like down to here, and I'm really tall. So it's like down here, so it's kind of like, I don't really know what to call it. But it's cool and interesting, and what really caught my eye was the Made in the USA. So for $1, I was like, for if any other reason, I just wanted to get home so I can comp this and just see if it is anything. 580 says, I'll be in Dallas this weekend. I think it's supposed to be warm this weekend. I think we've pretty much passed the cold weather here, or at least it seems like it. It's so perfect in Texas right now because it's like, this is the weather we love before it gets just blazing hot, dying, sweating, all that kind of stuff. So, Dallas is really far from me. Dallas is I think because my brother lives up there, I think it's 4 hours or something like that. Texas is such a gigantic state. It's a big state. It takes you a long time to get up and down it. All right. And the roads here, too, is everything is this. Just there's no little side places. So the traffic here is atrocious. All right, so we're going to put in Parker. And we're going to see if we even get anything. Let's see. Parker and Ronan, men's button down. No, vintage 1970s blue collared shirt. That's what this looks like. So this is vintage then? Man, I'm surprised. I mean, it says made in the USA, so I'm not surprised, but at the same time, yeah, I guess it. I think what it's throwing me is the tag is just in such good condition. It's literally completely crisp. So normally when I see a tag that's that crisp, I don't think vintage, but it's made in the USA, so I would be surprised if it's not. Let's see. Parker schoolgirl uniform dress. That's what it is. That's what it is. All right. Fun. It's a schoolgirl's dress. Okay. Now it makes sense. Now that I'm looking at it, now that makes sense. That's exactly what it is. Oh, that's cool. Okay. This will probably sell to an indie aesthetic. INDIE stands for independent. It's if you took I don't know if you guys know what hipsters are. If you look up hipster or scenester or indie, you'll see that. Nurse, what is going on? Riz says, I'm looking at haze and smoke right now from the fires. Can you see that? You can see that from where you're at? Yeah, here it's well, that's not true. It is a little bit hazy. It is a little bit hazy. Not probably as bad as where you're at, though. 2.5 from you. 580 for Dallas. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I can tell the air quality here is not too bad, but did you make your yardstick or is it in your link tree? This one here, so this is by another reseller. It's the reseller ruler. Okay, you guys know I'm gonna always be honest about stuff. The idea of this is really cool. So the idea is that you're able to go top to bottom on an item, and then you can slide this little thing back and forth to measure the item. And here's the thing. It's a great idea. So look at this, right? So you're top to bottom, and then you go where the chest is, and then you can measure the chest, right? And just take one photo. For me, though, because I do hang, I can't put it up, hold it, and then get back far enough to get the picture. But if you do flat lay, this would probably be a much better tool for you. So this is, you can get it if you just go to @resellerruler. I don't think I have it in my link tree or anything. You just have to look it up. Just Google search reseller ruler, and he makes these. So I think it might be Tekken actually that does this. I think it's Tekken that does this. So if I did flat lay, but because I don't do flat lay, I just use it like this. But I do like that it is sturdy. So I have this other one. Where is it? So I've got this one, right, which is just another regular ruler. We actually got this when we first moved in here for painting. We just never used it. But I like the weight of this because the weight of it makes it a little heavier. So when I go to put it up on my thing, it stays. Whereas with this, when I try to put it up, it's not heavy enough, so it's like my hand doesn't hold it up. I don't know what it is or why it's different, but I put this in the room thinking I would use it, and I just keep, it's like I just naturally keep going back to this. So, yeah. Anyway, that's the story on the ruler. Waiting for a CAT scan to check my lungs. Oh, nurse! I want you healthy. I am not about you feeling like this. Tech and Sports Ruler. Yeah, you're welcome, 805. You're welcome. Okay, what else do we got here? Okay, so here's another thing that I got. I paid $2 for this. This is absolutely not vintage, but this will sell because of the aesthetic and the time of year. It's got that super 80s, 90s look to it. Cozumel, Mexico. When you guys are doing these shirts, make sure that you put up in your title and down in your description, make sure you use the word tourist. That is a search, that is something that you've got like the skater community and the kids looking for is like tourist shirts. So Cozumel, Mexico, I mean, we might get, I'll probably ask 20 for it. We'll see what we get. It'll probably sell on Depop. I would be surprised if this sells outside of Depop. Personally, I mean, you never know. I've sold a couple things on eBay lately. I sold a couple things on Poshmark that I was like, whoa, that is not what you normally sell on Poshmark. Next thing I got, I don't know what this is, but we got to figure it out together. And the reason I got this, I paid $3 for this, which is a steal, is look at this. Now, if you know anything about vintage clothing, you know that this is a very extremely sought after tag. This is the Jersey's loop tag. It is a made in the USA. And more importantly, this is on all, because I've sold thousands of pieces of vintage clothing. This is the crispest Jersey's tag I have ever seen in my actual life. I don't even know that I've seen one this crisp on anyone else's posts. So, or listings. Because I'll go in and I look at people's listings online to see what's big, what tags are selling the most. I'm a nerd about that kind of stuff. I find it interesting. What I don't know is what this is. So it looks like it says, well, you guys tell me. It looks like it says LOTEX. LOOMO GOOX VOTE XOM. So it looks like it says to me, Otex, Lomo, Gox, Vote, Zoom. I don't know. It's supposed to look, I think, like a tire track. I don't know what this is, and it may be nothing. It could be a really old business that's not in business anymore. I am not sure. But we're gonna Google image this and see if we can get anything from it. I don't think this has been worn either. So to find a Jersey's anything with that tag is like bananas. So crisp. So we're going to just see. I mean, the likelihood of this popping up is 0. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to I'm probably going to have to list it as not a business and just list it as a vintage 90s shirt. Because I don't know what it is. Do those overalls fit truer to size? God, with the Duluth, they run big. They run big. Yeah, I had to send the first couple pairs back that I got because they were way too big. So they do run big. Good evening from Brenda in Green Bay. Brenda's here! Is it Latin? I don't think so. It looks to me, you know what it looks to me like? Because I think it's supposed to look like a tire track. So I think it was probably a tire brand or a tire business, because I think that's what it's supposed to be. And I'm going to have Justin look at it too, because I think if I can get someone else to look at this with their own eyes, they may see writing on here that I don't see. Like this looks like LEXOO. I just don't know. I'm just not sure. So, but it's in such good condition. I'd love to find out what the brand or what the business is to even just put that up, because sometimes people will buy things. It's like the plush that we were talking about. It's an old business that's no longer in business, but they've got memories or their friend worked there or something. And a lot of vintage clothing will sell because of that. So I'd like to figure out what it is. But all right, next piece. I saw this logo and in 2 freaking seconds knew exactly what this was. I can't believe this was still sitting there. You just never know what people are going to realize and not realize. So without even seeing the tag, I'm not going to show you guys the tag. I'm just going to show you that monogram. Let me cover it up. What is that B for? Who knows what that B is for? Who knows what it is? Derby core. I like that. I like that Derby core. That's a new one. So this is such a cool shirt. I cannot believe I found this. I'm going to wait to get it hung up on one of my bigger hangers here. It does have a little bit of like spotting here in the back. It's really light. It has that like what do you want to call it? Like the dry clean feel to it where it's almost too crisp. So I think I will probably put this one through the wash. This is not a shirt that has to be dry cleaned or anything like that. I think the person just wanted to dry clean it, but it has that like overly like kind of feel to it. And then it's got just that little bit of like, I'm not really sure what that is back there, but, we're going to attempt to get that out. So, for any of you, it is Bugle Boy! Great guess, be so vintage. So Bugle Boy stuff is so cool, so trendy. Look at that tag. It's interesting too because my Bugle Boy stuff, I had like 8 or 9 Bugle Boy things up, nothing sold. And I'm like, I'm gonna wait it out. I'm gonna wait it out. I'm gonna wait it out. And then now it's been selling. Let me see how many I have left. So I started out with like 10. I think I had 10 Bugle Boy shirts, button-ups. Let's take a look here. I just knew it would come. I knew it would come back into style. I just knew it would take a second. So I've got 1, 2. I got 2 left. This one's got 23 views and 4 watchers, and it's with the band collar. And then this is got 20 views and 3 watchers on this one here. So I feel that, I mean, that means 8 have sold. So I had a feeling on that. I was like, I got a feeling on the Bugle Boys. Okay. So next up, we've got a little Tommy, another little dollar sale. Tommy is another brand that wasn't selling like a year ago. Tommy would just sit and sit and sit and sit. Tommy's picking up steam. I don't know, has anybody else noticed that their Tommy stuff is starting to kind of pick up a little bit of steam and kind of move forward here. So this is a little Tommy button-up. This feels like a post-Y2K. Let's take a look here. And let me get the button on here. This is a little button down. Let's take a look. Judging by that tag and judging by the feel, this feels like a late Y2K, maybe like a 2012, 2013. Let's take a look and see if it's got a tag on it. Oh, it's got a dry clean thing. Get that off. And this one's good. This one doesn't feel super starch. So let's see if we've got we got a year on here. Ooh, this is older than I thought. I just got surprised. That's my favorite. 2005. So we got a vintage Tommy button-up. That's even better. So a little vintage Tommy button-up. Just kind of basic, but it does have your little Tommy hit here. Oh, that's going to sell well. Now, red is not my favorite men's color to sell. However, based on just the year of that, I think we'll do good. Okay. Next thing here. This was a buck. This is one of those items where I will probably pair it with other items of its same size or genre-y. So this is going to be a little bit of like a Y2K-ish Fruit of the Loom. It's a little Bushmills Irish whiskey. It's got that classic Y2K t-shirt look, which is like short boy, long width, which is what led to the loose and baggy aesthetic of that era. And so I'll take a look at the comps. I'm thinking it's probably only going to be about 15 though. So I'll either list it by itself over on Depop, will probably sell, or I might put it together with like another shirt that's the same size. Because a lot of times I can get more out of it. If I do a shirt where I think that after offers I may get $10 and I pair it with another shirt, I can usually get more like 12 to 13 for each, 26 for the set, because people only have to pay one shipping fee. So if people can only pay, let's say $5.99 or $6.99 for shipping versus $5.99 or $6.99 for each shirt, they tend to get a bit more. So I got to decide. I'll have to look at the comp on that, but I just don't feel like it's going to be that crazy. Tommy and Bugle Boy are secondary tier, coming in as the category saturates, which makes sense. That makes exact sense, Riz. Literally on point, makes sense. All right, next thing we've got here is a little bit of an older LL Bean. So we got a little vintage LL Bean. Now, I paid $5 for this, which is still a great deal. You know me, I'd love to make a little bit. I'd love for it to be even less. But the reason I got this is not only, man, don't you hate when the thrift stores put their tags in the tag and then it just puts like a hole in it, and it's so annoying. And you got to sit there and like milk the material back together. There we go. Okay. So this is why I got this, is this tag right here. So it says 100% cotton, single needle tailoring. That is the key. So single needle tailoring. Anytime you see that, you are going to get more for a shirt. Not only is this single needle tailoring, but it is also that absolutely sick, disgusting, amazing cabin core slash grunge aesthetic. So it's like fitting into like multiple categories based on the look of it. Like I can literally see a preppy kid wearing this. I can see a cabin guy wearing this. I can see a skater wearing this. I can see a girl wearing this tied around her waist with a short little lace and satin top on with really super oversized baggy pants and a pair of chunked out Birks or chunked out Chelseas. Like I can just see that look. Like, so the fact that it's going to fit so many different aesthetics, to me, $5, are you kidding me? And even this time of year, this will sell. So I am excited about this one. I am definitely excited about this one. Michelle, good to see you. Oh, somebody's honking. No, Jack. I was hoping it was going to be Justin home from the auto mechanic saying that it's going to be a super easy fix. The fact that he has not texted me to tell me it's going to be a super easy fix tells me that it might not be a super easy fix. But we're going to put all of our intentions out there, right? All of our intentions. Okay, what do we got next here? Next thing, so this is definitely something I'm going to put in a bundle. I paid $2 for this. And I do this with Nike dry fit shirts, and it works every single time. So I have a container, or I have a box out in the garage that is labeled Nike dry fit. And what I do is I take all of these little dry fits, or I take just a basic Nike tee, I put them all together, and then I will find like 3 of them that are around, that are like the same size. So maybe 2 larges and an extra large, but the extra large is shrunk. Let's say they all have generally the same measurements. Then what I will do is I will put them on the hanger. I will use our little hanger things that we do. Let me show you here. Our little hanger things that help us to hang something else. And I'll just stack them together. The reason I do that is because of the shipping. So if someone buys this from me for $10, let's just say it's $10, they have to pay $6 to have this shipped. After tax, after everything, they are now paying $20 for a used Nike basic tee, right? But what if they bought 3 of these? I could easily sell them, all 3 of them, for probably $35, make more money, and they only have to pay 1 shipping fee. They're probably going to pay $6.99, $7.29, something like that. So that is what I do with all of these little t-shirts. I pick them up at garage sales all the time. It's something that a lot of people at garage sales snooze on. I've seen other resellers pass by them because of that, because they'll just sit in your store because of the fact that people don't want to pay that shipping fee. But if you can bundle them together, remember we're going to call it a set, not a lot. If we can bundle them together, then you're going to make money. So that's going to go out in our box. And when I get like 3 of them the same size, we just put them up. Is what we do. All right, next thing here. I paid $5 for this, but I have a feeling that this is going to sell pretty quickly, just based on the brand. So we've got a little cool, nice little polo. It's got the really great, cool hit here on the side. It's got a neat little geometric pattern to it. Ooh, gosh, we got fancy words, guys. 77% pro modal, 40% lyocell, 13% CD polyester, 4% spandex. Whoa, Riz knows what all that means. That's some fancy speaking over there. Oh, I don't know what's going on with what's our bit rate? Our bit rate is low. Our bit rate is low over on YT. Sorry guys, if you guys are over on YT, you may want to cross back over. I'm going to end that stream over there. I don't know what's going on. We're going to end it over there.